not to be mean, but you could legit cut like 30% of the roster.
I'll just start from A. This is actually fun.
Yeah.
Aaron Solo, gone. Action Andretti.
If I was running AEW, there's a lot of people I'd cut. Not to be mean, but there's a lot of people that I just feel like they could use the time on other folks who could help grow the company quicker.
Samoa Joe, what the hell are you going to do with him? Joe is great. That's the one guy from AEW that I would take back in a heartbeat. The Samoa Joe.
Take back, but there's no one you would just take straight up?
Take from AEW?
Yeah, like you wouldn't want Maxwell Jacob Freeman?
There was a point when I said I would. Now, nah. I don't care about him. I think he's stale. I don't know. No. I think his promos would be very pedestrian if you couldn't curse and do this and do that. I think you'd have trouble there. Yeah, I don't know. So no MJF for me anymore. Omega, yeah, I would take Omega.
Yeah, I really like Kenny.
I would take Omega. I would take Samoa Joe. I think there could be a place for Darby there. You know,
that would be probably the most shocking to me of anyone going to WWE would be Darby.
Yeah, but
because he's been such a like AEW for life guy. Like he's about to climb Mount Everest, and he said he's going to plant an AEW flag. So if he went to WWE, that'd just be crazy. You know.
Yeah, and MJF got an AEW tattoo.
Yeah, that was pretty ugly looking.
Yeah,
I wouldn't have did the same
I think
thing.
with Darby, I mean, he would make, you know, he's marketable because he looks like a barista. You know, 110 pounds. What? I mean, he's a skinny little kid, and I mean, he's relatable.
Darby
like,
to me more looks like
face paint. He can talk. He takes insane bumps. I mean, he'd be like another Jeff Hardy in WWE.
So Darby looks like a dude I would have ran into when I was throwing hip hop shows back in the day, or when I was tour managing for that punk band recently. Like he looks like someone who I could see show up at their show and just in the center of the mosh pit, just going apeshit. You know, that's kind of the vibe I get from him.
I mean, they would turn him into a sober Jeff Hardy, and they would make a killing off merchandise with him. I think he'd be, if he doesn't care about money, then, you know, stay in AEW. But if he wants to make money, he's going to make more money in WWE. And that's a guy who doesn't need a title, too. He doesn't need a title.
A lot of guys in AEW who I'm like, oh, I'm not being utilized properly. And part of me is like, I agree with you. But then also part of me is like, dude, I'm going to be honest. Like, I didn't even know who you were before AEW.
I'm just going through the AEW roster here real quick.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You're talking about cutting people. I can tell you right now who I'd cut.
Dude, I think, not to be mean, but you could legit cut like 30% of the roster pretty quickly.
I'll just start from A. This is actually fun.
Yeah.
Aaron Solo, gone.
Yeah.
Andretti, Action Andretti, gone. Alex, I don't know, that guy's gone. Reynolds, gone. Angelico, gone. Parker, gone.
Whoa, Bowen, Winner's going to kill you, bro. You got rid of
Angelico. Gone. AR Fox, gone. Davari, gone. Gunn stays. Bandito, I guess you could stay. Big Bill, I like stay. Bandito. Billy Gunn stay. Bishop Khan, gone. Brandon Cutler, gone. Brian Keith, gone.
I like Keith, but his booking's terrible too. He's stuck with Jericho.
I guess Chuck Taylor could stay. He's been there for a while. Cole Cabana, gone. He's horrible. Who's this?
Half the roster.
Who's this guy?
Oh, Kalisto? Isn't that I don't even know. I thought it was Kalisto was commander.
I don't know who he is. Gone. Dutch, gone. Griff Garrison, you're out of here. They like. I
haven't seen Griff Garrison in months, bro. A lot of these guys are on Ring of Honor at this point. You barely ever see them.
John Silver, gone. Johnny T. Morrison, he sucks. Gone. Josh Woods, gone. There's too many. I can't do this. But
I was surprised he got to the Jays, man. That's a lot. That's a lot. But yeah, no, there's just so much. You know, not to be mean, but you know, a lot of fat.
There's trim. Wardlow. What happened to that guy? That guy was massively over. He ruined him too.
Dude, Wardlow, Powerhouse Hobbs, both guys I felt like could have gotten better pushes who didn't. Ricky Starks to me is the most, you know, head scratching. The guy is great on the mic. He's good in the ring. I'm kind of lost. It seems like a lot of guys almost get punished for being good talkers in AEW. A lot of guys who are, you know, like this man Roderick Strong gets a lot of TV time and the guy can barely talk. You know?
Yeah, he sucks.
like Kyle O'Reilly too. Nothing against him, great in the ring, but none of these guys are great talkers. You know, a lot of the guys who are great talkers don't get the time I feel like they deserve.
I mean, Roddy's great in ring talent, but Kyle
O'Reilly, he
is.
Yeah,
He's got the personality of a fucking potato, Kyle O'Reilly.
Yeah, it's just very
Oh
there's not a lot going on. There's just, again, a lot of the guys who are good talkers don't get the time they should. They have a lot of guys who could be primetime players for them. They're just not utilizing correctly, you know, and that's a lot to do with, you know, as much as I'd say, probably a lot to do with Tony and people he has around him who are helping book.
He has too many toys in his toy box. That's really,
but
you know,
there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that as long as you know who to utilize and you do it consistently. There's a lot of guy he's paying to just chill and do minimum or just not really utilize. Like, again, like you said, the stop and start with Wardlow has been crazy. Like, the guy won TNT titles. It looked like he was going to be on his way to winning an actual world championship. They cut his hair off, and just like Samson, he lost his power, and you barely have heard from him ever since he got rid of the man bun. You know, so
everyone is like stop and start. The only person who's like never really been stop and start was Omega, but he can never really stay healthy.
Yeah, I mean, Kenny's great, man. It's hard to,
you know,
deny.
Kenny comes back. You know, when he comes back, I would throw a title on him immediately.
That, and maybe
I wouldn't even think twice.
I don't know if they'd do it.
Beat Mox because Mox's hard.
They give I like Mox. I like Mox. I don't think they're utilizing him appropriately right now.